Hey guys, it's Max Power here with part 2 of Annabelle. Sorry it took me so long. I've been waiting for a couple of things from Scary Closet that didn't come with her, and then just been pretty busy. So I finally got around to doing this review. In addition to that, I've been trying to figure out the best way of doing this review. I apologize for the first review. If you notice at the very end, it just kind of gets cut off. That was a mistake on my end, and considering the length of that video, I already had done it twice, and I didn't want to do it a third time, so I cut as much as I could for the things that I made a mistake on, and so that's why it seemed like it was cut abruptly towards the end. So I apologize for that, but I want to say thank you to everybody out there, all those views. I have over 3,000 views on that, on Annabelle alone. So thank you so much for taking the time to look at the video. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much for that as well. And for those of you that liked the video, thank you for taking the time to push that button of liking it. So without further ado, let's get to the part 2 of the Annabelle review. On this video, I wanted to emphasize on Annabelle as far as how the Scary Closet version of it looks like the screen Annabelle. So I have a few photos of the screen used Annabelle, and we're going to compare this doll to what you saw on in the movie. And in addition to that, I want to show the other stuff that like I said, that I was waiting for from Scary Closet. So let's get to it. All right, first let's go over here. And this is the one thing I was waiting for. This is the certificate of authenticity. This is I needed this, and it took them a while to make it for me. I don't know why it took that much time, but it finally came, and that's the important thing. This shows that it is from the Conjuring movie. It is the Haunted Annabelle doll, the official certificate of authenticity from the Scary Closet. Towards the back, you have. Let me get this so I don't get that glare. The wording, what you're getting, signed by Mark Anthony, the president of Scary Closet, and you guys, that's an actual, real signature. It's not something that was copied. So that's a nice touch. I've always emphasized, or actually mentioned before, that I'm not a big fan of the cardboard, certificates. I really like how Cinemaket does their certificate. It actually looks like a certificate. So, this is okay. It's all right. It comes in a little sleeve, plastic sleeve that they provide for you right here. So you can just slide it in there to protect it. I always say when you're paying for some premium stuff, high-end stuff, I just want a little more, a little nice little touch, real certificate. But this is what they provided, and at the very end, it's the item that really counts as far as what you're paying for. Okay, so that is the certificate. The other item that came with her, well, came later with her, is the parchment paper. This is, again, something that was really nicely done. I don't think this is real parchment, but it's a replication of what parchment would look like. But again, just really nice. That you can always display with Annabelle right here with her. Okay. All right. Now to get to the meat and potatoes of the review. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and set a pillow right on Annabelle. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna set my iPad right up here as high as I can to her face so we can compare her to some on-screen photos. Okay. Alright, I'm going to close my shades a little bit so I'm not getting a lot of that glare from the window. Alright, so let's take a look at her. Alright, so as you can see, the scary closet Annabelle, and right by her is what you saw on the television, the movie. Okay, let's slide it over here. Here's a snapshot of the movie. The reason I'm showing this is so you can take a look at the what the doll looks like as a side profile compared to what you're seeing here. Okay. Another shot. Now the headshots are the ones that are really important because after all, you're buying this doll because of it's as close as you're going to get to what you see on screen. And you know, for those of you that are planning to buy this or looking to buy her, you will know probably from your research that this is not a cheap prop doll. It's not made cheap and it's not priced cheap. So that's why my videos with her, I really wanted to show as much as I could what you actually get before you go on and pay the price that they were asking for the Annabelle doll. So the headshot again is the important thing because, you know, if you're going to pay that kind of money, you want the likeness of the doll. So here she is. Here's the scary closet. The doll from the movie. Annabelle from Scary Closet. Okay. A side profile from the movie. What you saw on the DVD. The illustration of the DVD in the front. Annabelle from Scary Closet. I'm going to try to do that same shot. I think it's about like this. The doll in the movie. Okay. All right, this one is kind of a long shot, so I'll pan back a little bit. Let's Let's move on to the next shot. It's her sitting on the floor. I don't have my Annabelle sitting on the floor, and because I'm handling the camera and doing all kinds of things, I'm not going to put her on the floor, but just kind of, you know, if you were to see her in the same kind of, let's see, maybe if I can go this way without getting that glare. You know. Well, I tried, but, you know, just to, at least it gives you a little bit for your imagination to run wild with. Okay, next snapshot. Okay, another up close shot. The doll. Okay. Another snapshot. This is her in the case in the movie. All right. I like this picture because this is the movie, the screenshot in the movie, and there's something about this picture, and this is the one thing. I've had this doll for, I think now 2 months. I want to say 2.5 months, and so I have my own opinions on her, especially on her likeness to the actual Annabelle in the movie. So, but I want for you guys to kind of have this picture in your head, because there's a lot of things going on in this picture right here that when you compare her, especially in this picture, to the scary closet, you're kind of thinking, at least I'm, you know, that was my opinion. It's like, okay, you know, a very big difference. You know, the likeness, in my opinion, is not 100% there. But that's something I'm going to discuss a little later. Okay, another snapshot. Okay. I'll try to get close here. I'm trying to get her from the same view as you would see, as you saw. Okay. And I think this is probably the best shots right here, because again, this really shows the doll. Now this is from Annabelle in the movie. Excuse me, I hit the tripod on that one. This is Annabelle from the movie Annabelle, not the Conjuring. The other photos were of the Conjuring. This is from the Annabelle standalone movie. And they say that the doll was a little different. They used a different doll. There was a few things with her. There were, you know, her face was a little bigger, body was a little bigger, but you know, it was still pretty close to the original doll. Okay, that's that doll. Scary closet doll. Okay, next snapshot. A closer, even closer look at Annabelle from the movie. Scary closet, Annabelle. Okay, this one's even a closer one. This is about as close as I could get. I'm going to go really close so you guys can see some of the details. Along with that other picture that I asked you guys to kind of keep in mind, this one I really want you to look at the eyes. I think in this specific, when you compare her to the scary closet, it's the eyes that really make a difference. So notice the eyes on the picture of this, or the screenshot of Annabelle, and then the eyes of the scary closet. Okay. Two together. And I think that's all I got. Yep, that's all the pictures that I have of the Annabelle. Oops, of the Annabelle movie doll. All right, I'm gonna set this back here. I'm gonna take the iPad off. Give you a full shot of her outfit for those of you that haven't seen the other video. The dress is done fantastically. I mean, you got that wear and tear. You know, the hands are well done. For those of you, I don't think I mentioned in the original video, she's about 39 to about 40 inches in length. Well, I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but she's about 39 to 40 inches. And that's what you saw. Snapshot here. All right, so I put her back. I'm gonna pan back a little bit there. All right, so there she is with her parchment paper. Sorry guys, I'm in a tight area, so at times I'm hitting the tripod, so that's what you're seeing. Okay. All right, so you've seen the difference of the doll versus what you saw on screen. Excuse me. That's what I wanted to talk about. Now, in the movies, obviously, you have a lot of things going on. You have the movie magic, I guess is what they call it, where they make something look totally fantastic on screen. Let me bring up that light again. So again, movie magic, they make something that was probably, if you were to see it in front of you, it'd be like, that's what you saw on TV. Of course, they have filters, they have all kinds of tools during production, during the time that they're splicing things together to to really make a difference, to make the items stand out a lot more. So again, like filters, and probably the most important thing is lighting, and of course you have your music to kind of set the mood. My opinion on doll, like I said, I've had her for about 2 months, I think, 2.5 months, and I really like this doll. I mean, I really, really, really do like her. The craftsmanship is top notch. You know, the likeness of her, and I'm being truthful here, you know, especially for anybody who's going out there, this is about as close as you're going to get to the actual doll. I've looked on the YouTube and I've seen some things there, and some people that actually handmade their own, and it's just not up, in my opinion, to the standard of what you get here, thus the price. Now, what I feel is that they could have done better. If I were to give this a percentage, I would say that this doll is about 90% close to what you saw on screen, based on the movie. For the price, I think it should have been 100%, because she is very pricey. Although, you have to also take into consideration, I don't know if people didn't know about the Scary Closet company, and at least I know for this specific doll. I don't know about the rest of the dolls, but the Scary Closet, this doll from the Scary Closet is not a licensed doll, which is probably why it's not 100%. Honestly, I don't know, you know, how they even got away with calling this doll Annabelle, just blatantly calling her Annabelle, or even, you know, connecting it to the Conjuring movie. I would think that by now the studio would have said, "Hey, wait a minute, you're making money off our property," and so I don't know. She's not licensed. I've talked to the the people at the Scary Closet. I've asked them, which is one thing I wanted to know, and it is not a licensed prop. Again, very strange because even the director, I think his name is John Woo, who did the Conjuring, has been at their at Monster Palooza where they have a booth, and you know, I would think that he's seen it. Apparently, they don't have a problem with that. I don't kind of understand that. I'm fine with that. I mean, it just seems kind of, you would think that with all the promotion, the labeling, you know, the YouTube videos out there from the company itself, that the studio would have said, "Hey, if you want to keep promoting this item like this, you have to get it licensed." So somehow they've been able to run from that, or somehow have overstepped that. But you know, I think had they gotten the license, I think they would have really gotten it 100% dead on. One of the things that I'm not, that I think where they really didn't get it right, and I said this earlier, is the eyes. The eyes really make a difference on this doll. From in my opinion, after looking at several different snapshots of the Annabelle from the movie, the eyes are too big. They're not oval enough. They're not, you know, they're too big. They look almost cartoonish on this doll. So that was kind of a big mistake on their end. But again, they didn't, since this is not a licensed prop, they didn't have the molds, they didn't have the actual doll. All they were able to do is take pictures while she was being publicly shown when the movie came out. So out of those hundreds of pictures, they were able to create what you see here. So, but again, without having the actual prop in hand and the mold, you can only do so much. And in this case, I think where they made the mistake in her likeness is the eyes. Also, I think the head is a little bit smaller, excuse me, than what you saw in the movie. So the eyes are really kind of, in my opinion, where they didn't get it right. They didn't get it right. They almost got it right, but the pictures from what you saw just seems like the eyes are just a little bit too out here. The head should have been, either the head is too small for the eyes, or vice versa. So that's kind of what I see. Now, having said that, this again is as close as you're going to get to getting one of these dolls that almost gets it right. There's nothing out there. Mezco, I think, is making a doll, or has made a smaller doll. They are making an 18-inch doll. Now, of course, that's licensed, but as anything with license, you also get a lot of mass production, and so they really don't even get it right when it is licensed. So in this case, this company, Scary Closet, from what I see from the craftsmanship, can get it right. But in this particular doll, you know, there was just that one little detail, I think, that was kind of left, that wasn't done 100%. Would I buy this doll again? Yes. The would I have liked this doll had it been licensed? Absolutely. I think that would justify the price tag. Really, at this point, I think she is a little bit expensive considering she's not licensed. Um, they emphasize when you're buying her that she's handcrafted and this and that, and I get that, and I can see it. I can see in the uh, how well she's made, but if you're going to be paying already past the $1,000 range for something, I personally do prefer that it's got the blessing from the studio with it. So that's kind of my feeling on it. Again, I would buy her again. I love this doll. It's super super creepy. It's about as close as you can get to what you see on or what you saw on screen. Now let's get to the other thing. Now I've kind of rant on her likeness not being 100%. If we go back to what I mentioned before about the movie magic, I'm sure that if you were to see the actual prop doll, it wouldn't be as fantastic as you would see it on like what you saw on TV. So the same thing with this one. When you compare it from what you saw in the movie to what you're seeing in front of you, you're like, okay, it's great, but I don't. It's not 100%. Fine. Let's add a little bit of lighting effect to this doll, and my opinion goes up a step higher as far as the likeness of it, because there is shadowing in some of the snapshots that I took that really kind of bring out that doll and make it look very different than if you were to have her in front of you like I have this doll. So let's take a look at this doll with some, I'm not going to call them lighting effect, but different lighting so you can get, a different perspective. All right, just by closing the windows, we are already getting a kind of a different look as far as what you're seeing. She tends to be a little bit more dark, kind of a darker look. You start to see a little bit of shadows. But right there, she just looks, like she's in a dark room, but just a little bit creepier, at least from my end, she looks. I don't know if it's coming out on the video. Let's do one more thing. All right. Now we have it darker. I'm going to turn on this light. Okay. That's a different light. Now I'm going to take it up a notch. And this is kind of where it makes a difference. And this is probably what you see on in the screen movie Annabelle, because like I said, there's lighting, there's filters for the video. I don't have any specific filters here, but let's do a little playing with lighting, and you will see the difference from where I think that she's almost there to like just right there, just about. So as far as likeness. I'm going to shine a light. Okay. Right there, she has, in front of me, she looks creepy as hell. There is shadowing around her eyes, which takes care of that kind of cartoonish look of her eyes being too big, and she definitely takes on a whole different look just by lighting alone. Okay, that's from a flashlight shining from underneath her face. Now let's do another shot. I'm going to bring her in closer, the video, because we really want to emphasize on her face. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Let's go back and do that shot again. Let's see if I can. Sorry, it's kind of difficult here. Okay, there you go. Once that shading gets underneath the eyes get smaller and more malevolent, in my opinion. Okay. I'm going to completely turn off the lights. Now she's not 100% in the dark, but it's a little darker. There you go. Now, if you see that on television or in your house, yeah, that could have some psychological effects. All right, let's do a top shot. Okay. Now notice the shadowing of her eyes. I'm just trying to make this, I'm going to go with a brighter light here. Okay, this is a little brighter. Okay, notice the shadowing of her eyes. Now that her eyes again have taken on a whole different, they appear smaller. Now you're kind of seeing a little bit more of the 100% look of Annabelle from the movie. That's what I mean. If this is about as close as you're going to get to what you see on TV, and because of that, you're going to pay the money. Just the difference that it makes with lighting. I mean, right there, if I were to, again, I don't have two hands here, or I don't have additional hands to show you that picture of that snapshot, but if you can remember or look it up on some pictures of Annabelle, you can see that if you were to see this doll and that doll together, it's almost 100% what you see in the movie. Okay, so I'm playing with the lighting a little bit, bringing the eyes out a little bit. Again, putting some shadows right at the very top, kind of taking away those eyes being so big. And there you go, right there. I don't know, guys, but that's Annabelle from the movie. Okay? From this view. Okay, this is kind of like the, again, I only have the two hands here. One's holding the flashlight and the other one, really can't do much with it. But that's kind of the half shot of Annabelle's face. Pretty close, huh? If anything, almost 100% there. Let's see if I can move around with the... Let me try to get close. No, that's not going to work. Sorry. But again, it's all about lighting, and that's really what you see. Here's another shot of her. I mean, those shadows, and you add like a camera filter on there, and you're going to get what you see in the movie. All right. One more shot here. One more shot from the bottom. There we go. I currently have her on my detolf. I eventually will put her in her own rocking chair, but uh, in her own rocking chair. But with the detolf lights, with the detolf lights uh, above her, she really gets that look. Let me open up the windows again. And again, there she is. So sorry guys that this video went super long, but again, I think that anyone that's looking to buy this doll, if you have the money, and really this is the only option if you want something true to what you saw in the movie, or as close to true to what you saw in the movie, uh, do it. I'm happy with her. I think the Scary Closet has a couple versions of her. One that's a little closer to the Annabelle from the Annabelle movie. The face paint's a little different, more silvery. They call it the possessed look. They have one where she doesn't have any of the scarring. It's kind of like the beginning where the girl gets the actual doll as a gift for the first time, so she doesn't have any of the the scarring or the cracked eye. So they have many different variants of the doll, and each one, from what they said, is 195 made. So that's what you're gonna get. All right, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you so much for making my other video, part 1, really successful with 3,000 views. I hope this one gets as many as possible. I hope you like it. If you like it, I hope you subscribe. And thank you so much for staying tuned and sticking around for the entire video. This is Max Power, and you guys take care. Bye.